XPRESS magazine and serving the San Francisco State community.
I think oftentimes the biggest fear when it comes to just any disability, but specifically blindness, is the fear of the unknown. You don't know how blind people survive in the world, and so forth. So just being within the blindness community and learning how they navigate through the world really built my confidence. And then I went into like the college system and such forth. But I think for me, one of the biggest issues was not adapting to the blindness, because you easily learn that really quick, but it's like the low expectations that people have. And that just sort of like changed overnight. I went to a new school, and as like an example, my father told me, you shouldn't go to college because you're not going to succeed, and even if you do succeed, no one's going to want to hire a blind person. My biology teacher told me to drop out of their class because I'm not going to be able to do any of the scientific experiments that they're thinking of. My economics teacher thought I was cheating because I was the only one that was pulling an A in the class. So it's just like these low expectations that keep tacking onto you and beating you down, and sort of like that was the biggest part of the transition that was difficult for me. I think that oftentimes people have such low expectations, and it comes off as a microaggression, sort of these comments that they're making. And I know that it's not intentional, but sort of just being a little bit more cognizant that technology has advanced a lot further, where it has provided access to whatever it may be, grocery shopping, crossing streets, navigating around the world, going to the workplace, navigating through the world of academics. Technology, as well as just lived experience, has come so far that that no longer is a barrier, and that inspiration porn oftentimes is unwarranted, I guess. So I think that's just something to keep into consideration moving forward. Traditionally, when we're talking about this software, especially navigating the internet, what we usually use is headers and links. And that's like on Microsoft Word traditionally, where you're talking about headings and generating links. And that's traditionally how you would travel with a screen reader. So it's very important for people to label those when it comes to online platforms. Let's go into this article about robots and changing the way we might eat. So on the screen, I believe from a visual aspect, it'll have a box that's going around what's being read, just for your reference. And then you can just navigate using the arrows. Article on Market Street in San Francisco near the Montgomery Park Station. There's a tiny sleep, pretty much every other piece of brutalist, almost oppressively gray concrete architecture around it. At first glance, it looks like it's almost hiding. You can either move your finger onto that and then swipe around and it'll vocalize what you're on, or if you know specifically the general direction of where it is, you can just move your finger and it will read you whatever your finger is on. You can once again change the pitch, tone, volume of the voice itself, the speed. How you would traditionally do it is go into messages. You could compose. It's vocalizing everything. And then you would just put your to, and then whatever message you want. You would once again be able to type. You would just. So that is how you would traditionally type. You could also use the dictation function. I usually do that because dictation is a lot faster. In terms of navigating around, looking at like the battery life and whether or not you have signal, you would just do the same thing, move your finger up to the top. 54% battery power. It's 11:01 a.m. And then you would just navigate around doing that. So this, I do know from my basic knowledge of Braille devices, is the 6 keys. So this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for the Braille dots, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in a vertical column. The enter button would be on the right. The backspace button would be on the left. Space, Alt, and Control. Whenever you type something using the combinations, it would pop up here in Braille. And then that's how people navigate using this specific device. It has Microsoft Word on it as well as Microsoft Excel. So you're able to just read books using Braille output instead of like voice. You can also do voice output on top of the Braille output, and everything's done without using an actual monitor. I guess this is just sort of like a handheld computer that outputs Braille. You can also insert like flash drives. So like if you have something on a computer, like a textbook, you could just insert it in a flash drive, and then it'll pop up in Braille as well.